Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns on 850 ESPN Cleveland. I am Merely Bo. Look at this, a macho Christmas. What a delight from Dr. Z. Coach Stefanski should be at the podium.
Very macho Christmas.
Momentarily. Yeah. How long do you think it would be until he's at the podium? What's your guess?
Well,
having just seen him.
He was on his way. So
en route.
He was en route. I've made it here.
Was he from somewhere?
He didn't even have to go upstairs. So I would
just
bet
was
that
going straight there.
My guess is I believe he's arrived.
You believe he's arrived? We're efforting him.
That's what I believe.
There you go.
Not arrived just yet.
Not just yet, Kev says. There you go. Christmas Eve tomorrow. You think there will be Christmas pleasantries exchange? Let's find out. Let's head down to the podium now. Coach Stefanski live.
You want to get started?
You're done.
Okay. Thanks, Jordan. All right. First thing, happy for Miles and Denzel to be named Pro Bowlers. Obviously, well deserved for both those guys. They're playing really good ball for us. Excited for the guys who are alternates, including 3 rookies, which is a great for those young players. But we love all these individual accolades, awards, recognition. We want that for our guys because it comes in the greatest team game there is. So, and all of them understand that, how important their teammates are for those individual accolades, but proud of those guys. On the roster, we will not activate Deshaun, so he will go to reserve, back to reserve PUP, but really proud of the progress that he's making, doing a really nice job in the meeting room, on the field these last few weeks. And then we're turning our sights to Pittsburgh. Obviously, division game, so they know us well, we know them well. There's a lot of new players on both sides of the field for them and for us. So you do have to go to school on this team, realizing that there's a lot of new players, as there always is as the season wears on. So we know what a lot of the schemes remain the same. There's wrinkles and they're evolving as the season goes on. We're evolving as the season goes on, but we're excited about that opportunity in front of our fans in a division game down there on Sunday. So we're getting to work today, and I'll take any questions you guys got.
All right, first question go to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, just wondering, when we talked to Coach Bloomgren the other day, he was talking about how he doesn't know that there would be another guard in the NFL playing as well as Joel Bitonio. He felt that he was a Pro Bowler. So just wondering, what has Joel meant to you guys this season? I know he's the last OG standing out there on your line. And did you sort of view him as having that high level of a Pro Bowl type season?
Yeah, I mean, Joel's a Pro Bowler. Joel's a Hall of Famer, but he's playing at an extremely high level this season as well. Mary Kay does not look like he's fallen off, at all. This is playing at a high level. I know the rules are a little bit different now with the Pro Bowl as it relates to the roster for offensive line and defensive line, which is a little interesting, I guess you would say. But he's a Pro Bowler, whether it's in name or otherwise. But he's a Hall of Famer.
Thank you.
All right, next I'll go to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, what went into the decision not to activate Deshaun, considering he could have kept practicing with you guys if you had activated him, right?
Yeah, he's done a great job with everything that's been asked of him. I've gotten to see him just work so hard, whether it's in the training room, by himself in the indoor with the trainers, on the practice field now for the last bit, but just felt like this was the right decision for him and for us. And his focus will continue to be to help this football team and continue to get healthy and get stronger and all those type of things.
And Denzel said that he had hoped to play last week, but meeting with the medical team, they decided it was best to wait another week. Are you confident this will be the week? He said for sure he's playing.
Yeah, listen, I want all our guys to feel that way. We'll get through the week and make a decision, but he's trending obviously in the right direction.
Thanks.
All right, next go to Tony.
I'm sorry, my question was asked. I'll come up with another one.
Good luck, Tony.
Right, next we'll go to Chris.
Two questions to make up for Tony's lack of one. One, Wyatt, just I know he was questionable, and he got on the practice field last week. Do you feel confident that he'll be able to go against Pittsburgh this week?
Yeah, another guy trending in the right direction, but really needs to get through practice, see how he feels throughout this week before we make a final decision there.
And you talked about yesterday. You mentioned faith in Shador, and Shador talked earlier today about the trust between you and him, and what goes into develop. What's the biggest piece as you're developing that trust? How does that trust for a coach? What are you looking for? I guess out of the quarterback to kind of solidify that.
Well, I would say with all positions, but certainly the quarterback position, we spend a lot of time together. So we're in meetings. We talk about every scenario known to man. So I get to see the work that our guys put into it. I get to see the work that Shador puts into his craft on a daily basis in meetings on the field. So that's where the trust comes from player to player. That's where trust comes from player to coach, just that we're working at it together. So that's, I think, the biggest thing.
Thanks.
All right, next go to Jeff.
Kevin, normally we get a scouting report on the Steelers from you, but we won't see it tomorrow. So how are they playing and how are you playing compared to that first game with them?
Yeah, I think the big thing, Jeff, is how many new faces are on the field for both teams. And for various reasons, there's just, whether it's roster reasons or injuries, whatever, there's a lot of new faces. So we have to understand who's in where for them. There's uncertainty with injuries for us. There's uncertainty with injuries for them. So you have to really look at all their options along the roster. But they're playing at a high level. Obviously, going into Detroit to win there is a tough place to win. So that they're playing really good football right now.
Well, thank you.
All right, we'll go back to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, how important is it, or is it even important for Shador to kind of rev things up a little bit with Said Tillman and Jerry and some of the receiver and try to get things going with your guys' primary receivers?
I think it's a good pass game. Mary Kay is really spreading the ball around to all of our players, whether you're a receiver, a tight end, or a running back. We want to utilize all of our guys that are available to us. Then you also have to understand these defenses can do their part to try to take people away via coverage, whatever, via attention. So it's the quarterback's job. It's to get through his progressions and trust what he's seeing and go with the football where it should go appropriately, and not force the ball to anybody. Now, having said that, our trust in Jerry Jeudy, our trust in Said Tillman is extremely high, and we want them to affect all of these ball games. But you also have to make sure that you're going through your progressions.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Scott.
What makes the Steelers defense specifically challenging for a rookie quarterback who hasn't seen it before live?
Well, I think they're taking the ball away at a good clip. Number one, they're +9 in turnover margin. I know they're doing a nice job of taking it away. They're forcing a lot of fumbles. So they're playing a disruptive brand of football. Again, some veterans on that team, guys that have played in that scheme for a while, some veterans in the back end that are smart. You can tell that they're putting a lot on their plates from a coverage standpoint and disguise standpoint. So just going to school on this defense and getting to know their looks versus certain formations, what they like to do situationally. But it's a really good mix of scheme and really good players.
And on the other side of the ball, would you expect things to change a lot for them without DK?
Yeah, hard to say. They have a bunch of guys that can affect the game. They do a great job run after the catch. Obviously, Rodgers is playing at an extremely high level, as accurate as anybody in the game. So they have a bunch of different ways that they can get the ball down the field.
Thanks.
All right, Mary Kay, you got one more?
Yeah, I was going to also ask about DK Metcalf. I mean, do you guys head into the game a little unsure? Or, I mean, do you know for sure he's not going to play? I know he's appealing this thing. And then also just how good is DK Metcalf as a player?
Yeah, I don't know, obviously, for sure. I saw the news just like everybody else did. So we'll adjust accordingly based on how it all shakes out.
And if they don't, I mean, just obviously he had a big game the last time around. How good is?
Yeah, obviously he's a great player. I've gone against him many times. He was, he was great in that first game versus us. So we have a lot of respect for him.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Tony, let's hear it.
Okay, am I good? You hear me? Kevin, now with Judkins out, do you imagine going with the Sanders and Williams as your 1-2 running backs in this game?
Yeah, I think.
Sanders, yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously we'll see on the health of Dylan Sampson as the week goes on. But yeah, those are two guys how we ended the game with a good mix and feel comfortable with both those guys.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that wraps us up. Thanks, Coach.
And I won't see you guys. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Enjoy the time with your family.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
See you guys.
All right, there you go, Coach from the podium. Look at this guy. He's all about that U. He's flashed me a U earlier today walking by.
Yeah, big game,
Mr.
big game,
Cook
big
did.
win.
Yeah.
He's got like my
Week
green.
from-
It's a
week
little
from
U
tomorrow.
green here. But then we got the
Yeah.
red. I don't even know which arm it is on there. There it is.
There you go. The news of that, no activation for Deshaun Watson, which I think we probably assumed that was going to be the case, but now that's official. So so he will go on the PUP and will not see the field this season. So that was the big news in terms of the roster as it stands. Also, some congratulations to Browns selected the 2026 Pro Bowl, Miles and Denzel. Garrett was voted as a starter. I don't even know what that is now. Like, is that where they play dodgeball and all that? I don't even know
what it is
they're doing
anymore
at this point.
It's
they
not a
also
game
had
that
some
really-
alternates. Delpit, Fannin, Judkins, Swessinger. Criminal that Swessinger isn't a normal Pro Bowler. I don't understand that in any
And
way.
quite frankly, Harold Fannin should be a Pro Bowler.
If you had to have one, though, it's Swessinger. If you're getting one rookie on the actual Pro Bowl team,
Well,
it's
he's going to be
Swessinger.
the defensive rookie of the year. You think you'd make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, like where is he in the NFL in tackles? He has to be near the top in the NFL in tackles.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
Swessinger
sense.
does.
So here's the thing. So Fannin, okay, you get what, 3 tight ends in the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
The AFC, Kelsey leads all AFC tight ends with 68 catches, 803 and 5 touchdowns. Tyler Warren was 66, 748 and 4. Fannin 7701 and 5 with a rushing touchdown. So really 6 total touchdowns. So he's got 706 more catches than Warren. Did Warren make it? Brock Bowers, he's outplayed Brock Bowers as well. Like I really think Harold Fannin should have been a Pro Bowler. But yes, Carson Swessinger, the defensive rookie of the year.
You ready for Swessinger?
Should be an All-Pro.
Yeah, he should be. He's 4th in the league in tackles, tied for 4th with Bobby Wagner. Only Devin White and Jordan Brooks have more tackles than Carson
2-time Player of the
Swessinger.
Week, Jordan Brooks.
2-time Player of the Week, Jordan Brooks. He has 2.5 sacks, which puts him more than Devin White.
Yep.
1 less than Jordan Brooks. He has 11 tackles for loss, which is just 1 less than Jordan Brooks. He's got 3 pass defense, 2 for Brooks. He's
2
got
picks.
2 interceptions. Brooks has none.
2 picks.
He should be the first-team All-Pro linebacker.
Yes, I know.
Or worse, second-team All-Pro. He should have been a walk-in
Automatic Pro Bowl.
starting
Yeah.
Hall of Fame Pro Bowl. Like, what are we
Yes.
doing?
I don't know.
Is this
Pro
just
Bowl's a little
casualty of
popularity
not
contest.
winning?
It's a popularity
enough?
contest. And isn't fan vote matters?
I don't know.
Yes.
There's no legitimacy to any of it anymore. It's just
Who
Kelsey
do we
was
have
the
the whole
number one.
rosters?
Kelsey was the number 1 vote getter again because of the Swift stuff, and we love Trav, and that's fine. Like, he's an all-time great. He's a first ballot Hoff, but like, come on, he's not still at that level to where they should do that.
For the first time.
No, but he should have been a Pro Bowler this year. I do think.
Kelsey?
Travis. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
it's
the most
fine.
productive tight end in the AFC.
Go ahead.
For the first time this year, the 2026 Pro Bowl games will move to Super Bowl week in San Francisco. So it won't be the off week. It will actually be during Super Bowl week. The event brings the league's top players together for an AFC versus NFC flag football showdown, coached by Pro Football Hall of Famers Jerry Rice of the NFC and Steve Young of the AFC.
So you'll be pro NFC in that one.
You
That's
betcha.
right.
The televised event will air live
I
from
have a
San
question.
Francisco's Moscone Center South Building on Tuesday,
Moscone
February
Center.
3rd.
I used to go to card shows at the Moscone Center.
Now Pro Bowl. We were a long way from Honolulu, boys.
Yeah, man, there were some great. I got a great Mike Greenwell autographs. The Green Monster. Remember they did those cards where it was like his was the Green Monster. Everybody kind of had a character.
Oh yeah.
And his was the Green Monster.
Remember
I
that,
picked up a great Mike Greenwell card at that one, and
Rip
also a McGuire
Mike
bat.
Greenwell.
What's that?
Rip Mike Greenwell.
Yeah, right.
RIP.
Yeah.
Died a few weeks ago, I think.
Weeks. Man, I did not know that.
Mike Greenwell lived in South Florida.
Donnie, who loved bowling.
No, he had like some. I think he had a heart attack, maybe, or he had some kind of medical
Man, that's
emergency.
sad.
He lived down near my in-laws.
You know we're getting old when we just say like random people who were playing sports when we were kids.
I love Mike Greenwell, Ellis Burks.
Ellis Burks, yep.
Yeah,
He had a nice
I
run.
love
with
Ellis
the,
still lived around here.
Yeah, he had a nice run
Yeah.
with the Indians.
Yeah. October 9th.
There you go.
Mike Greenwell.
Look at you, Gibby.
You're welcome.
Yeah. By the way, the tight ends in the AFC, Browers and Kelsey, linebackers, Roquan Smith and Azeez Al-Shaair. Like, I could see Roquan getting in. There's a lot of reputation in this, but what's Azeez Al-Shaair's numbers compared to our boy?
Are we doing Swessinger now?
Yeah. Because that's who actually made it.
All right, give me the AFC linebackers.
Just Roquan and Azeez Al-Shaair. Roquan is fine because he's Roquan. I think that just gets him a pass because he is Roquan Smith.
Azeez Al-Shaair.
He's on the Texans.
Yeah, I know. I'm going. Oh, here he is. All right, 96 tackles.
Nope.
No sacks.
Nope.
Tackles for loss is 8.
Nope.
No, hold on. I mean, he's so far down. I got to find. No, 1 tackle for loss.
1?
1 tackle for loss.
No sacks, 1 tackle for loss, and we're talking about 2.5 sacks and 11.
8 passes defensed.
How many picks?
1. 1 pick.
What are
8
we
passes
doing?
Defensed. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
What are we
man?
doing?
Jeez.
Let's see. I'm going to see if even because sometimes you know that the numbers are the numbers, and let's see if even I'm going to see what Pro Football Focus if they even have them in the same league.
Yeah, I mean, just I'll be honest with you, just from like a tackles and stuff.
Tackles can be
Sure, but like Devin Bush has more.
a hollow stat. Let's see by position.
Yeah, Devin Bush has more tackles. Devin Bush has more sacks. He has more passes defensed. He has more tackles for loss and more interceptions than your guy, let alone Swessinger. Devin's had a better year statistically.
I mean, Jordan Brooks was the 2-time Defensive Player of the Week in weeks in which
When Miles had those,
Miles
massive
had 9
ones.
sacks in those 2 weeks. All right, let's see. For guys who have played a lot this year, Swessinger and Roquan Smith is the number 1 AFC. This is just graded tight ends. This is PFF. That's just another data point. Jordan Brooks is 3. Down the list is Azeez Al-Shaair. It's not even close.
No, No, it's really a disservice was done.
Yeah, what do you want him to do?
You know,
He outgrades.
could just be a product of us not winning enough. You know, that factors in for sure.
His grades are better than, so they measure defensive overall, run defense, tackling, pass rush, and coverage, and his grades at Pro Football Focus are better in every single category than that of Azeez Al-Shaair. And Roquan Smith, they split. They're tied in 1 and split 2-2. He should have made it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, should have. Congrats to Denzel though and Miles, and certainly pretty cool that you got 3 in a rookie class who are all alternates with Quinshon and Fannin joining that list as well. Ward was selected to his 5th career Pro Bowl. He passed Frank Minifield for the most Pro Bowl selections by a Browns corner. In other roster news, we have placed running back Quinshon Judkins on injured reserve. Judkins underwent successful surgery this morning to repair a fractured fibula and ankle dislocation. The surgery was performed by head team physician, our good buddy, Dr. Voos. At UH, a full recovery expected for the 2026 season with the return to the football activity in 4 to 6 months. So training camp would be a win.
Yeah, I think he'll be ready to go for training camp. I think you could even see him before that because Quinshon, I think, is going to work really hard, and I think he's got the opportunity to get back quickly. I don't think you need to rush it. We certainly have seen what he's able to do without a training camp.
Yep.
So this year you'll get a training camp. So I think that'll be fantastic.
Can this Niners team win it?
Yeah. They haven't punted since they played us, brother.
Purdy was pretty close to perfect, 295, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was. And, Phil Rivers, I'm amazed by what he's doing. It just, to me, to not have played football in 5 years and do what he's doing is nuts. Now, they haven't won, but
he's playing
played
winning football.
Absolutely.
He's 23 of 35, 277, 2 touchdowns and a pick.
Yeah, and the pick was at the end, and the comeback was the pick 6 that iced the game.
Yeah.
Miss K, by the way, not that anybody cares about fantasy football, but so Miss K was in a league. She's a multiple-time champion. A lot of the ladies in the office here and people that she's worked with here at the Browns, it's a Browns league.
Yep.
That's how it started, and people are in various places now. But she went into the Sunday night games in a PPR league up 11 against Lamar Jackson and Tyler Warren. Like 0%. It's over.
Oh, no. Well,
Lamar gets hurt.
yeah.
Warren gets targeted, I think 12 times, something like that, definitely double digits. Finishes with 3 catches for 30 yards. She wins by 0.6. And she had sent, and I told her, I said, you can only do this in a league. Like if this what you did happen in my league,
Yeah.
there would be like fights. She conceded.
Oh, no.
She conceded late on
Why?
going
Miss K,
into
you
the
never
Sunday
know.
night game. She concedes, and she's like, I want you to know I'm rooting for you. It's Emma. Emma had never won the league before.
Is this the semifinal or championship?
Semifinal.
Okay.
Emma had never won the league before.
Yeah.
Kayla's going for her 4th.
Just hanging
And now
banners.
she's going to meet Mam Bernstein in the finals, and they are both 3-time champs. They pretty much have dominated this league. So on Sunday, she sends this text to Emma being like, I'm just totally rooting for you now. I'm bummed I'm out, but I'm rooting. And I said,
Yeah.
if you sent a reverse jinx type of text like that in like my league and then ended up winning,
Go to
there
hell.
would be people would be out for blood.
Kindly leave.
Out for blood. And I saw Emma earlier today, and she's like, just don't even say anything. Don't even say. I'm like, I said, and I told her the story. I said, you can't. I told her, I said, you can't reverse. And she goes, I wasn't trying to reverse jinx. And she meant it so genuinely because that's
She's
who she
one of
is.
the 5 or 6 nicest humans to ever walk the earth. So,
Yes.
like, of course, there was nothing malicious with any of it. Of course, she's just being a sweetheart.
Yeah,
But, like, at the
but-
same time, like, kindly leave.
Kindly, you can't.
You're not
say
at the
that-
draft
no,
next
that,
year.
That
You're out.
reverse jinx.
We're not having that.
I said, babe, that was all time. And so she went to sleep, and I stayed up to see this through. So she goes to sleep at the end of the 3rd quarter. Warren has 1 catch for 3 yards.
Yeah.
And she had about, at that point, I want to say, because he ends up going 2 more for 27. So it's
3 for
4.7.
30 is what he ended
Yeah,
up.
so she had basically a 5.3-point cushion. So he could have 3 catches for 23 yards, 2 catches for 33 yards, in addition to that 1 for 3. The very 2 first plays of the 4th quarter were 19 yards and 8 yards, Warren back-to-back. So
Right.
now I'm like, all right, 1 more catch.
And you're done.
Could be for 0 yards, could be for negative 3 yards. Good night, Irene. It's over. He gets targeted 3 more times, including the pick 6. And then after the pick 6, they pulled all the starters, and they, as I wish more teams would do, they just ran the clock out. They're just like, here, we're going to go run the ball, and
That's it. Yeah.
And so that was it. And I'm like, babe, you won.
You won it. God, that's great.
She couldn't believe it. One of the
That
worst,
is so great.
incredible, like, beat.
Yeah, I mean, a 0.6 in a semifinal is pretty impossible. That's a tough one. I've never
11
had
with
one quite
Lamar
like that.
and
Yeah.
Tyler Warren in a full PPR, with both of them. It's
Yeah.
unfathomable to not win.
Yeah, there is. But, the crazy thing is like you think about the last couple of weeks, think about the injuries that occurred this weekend. Certainly, cost us, and I know you had Quinshawn too, and there's other guys around the league that had these circumstances, and it's like there's an injury happens or just one of these random weird games.
I had a 2-quarterback league where my 2 quarterbacks were Lamar and Jordan Love. They scored a combined 9 points.
Right, exactly. Like
That's it.
right.
That's the end
it's
of the
just
season.
such a crazy.
See ya, bye.
There's no. It makes all the sense in the world that fantasy football has become what it's become over the last, and it's really
It's
the
so
last
fun.
25 years, because it is so fun. It's once a week, so it's not like I've done baseball, I've done basketball. It's much more arduous,
Yeah.
to put that together and pay attention to it every day. Like football, such a roster, waivers on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a
And
weekly.
It's just
got
a
a good
weekly
rhythm.
thing. It's got a rhythm to
Yeah.
it. It does get a little bit loose this time of year when the NFL gets greedy with all the dates. We got to play Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Mondays and all this stuff. Then sometimes I have found myself forgetting to set a roster.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago in the first round, it didn't cost me, but I forgot to set my defense because they played on Thursday night and I forgot to put them in, that type of thing. So like sometimes that happens. But it's amazing. It's cool to see like my kids like all into it now. They have these punishments. One of the punishments was in NBC's league, the kid who loses has to get into a dog cage and they're going to put like ketchup and relish and pour and stuff on them. I'm like, why? Who comes up with that?
And why would anybody?
Why would
agree to
anybody
that?
sign up for that nonsense? In Beamsy's league, the kid has to wear leggings to school.
That one I laughed at. The other
No,
one
I think the other one is. I think most kids that are 6th graders would prefer like the
Be thrown in
That
a
one?
dog cage and covered in
Ketchup and mustard
I
and
detest
such?
mustard.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't like mustard either.
No.
So an egg salad sandwich is basically the worst thing you could ever eat.
Oh,
Because that's hard-boiled egg,
Mayo?
mustard, mayo.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's the number one.
Did you ever Can you say the name of that Johnny Knoxville show on the air, Gibbe? It was very popular on MTV. They made movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say
Yeah,
Jackass.
you can say Jackass.
Okay,
yeah.
Jackass. Have you ever seen the one in Jackass where this guy, like, his name is Rake Yone, was one of the bit characters?
I remember that
and
guy.
he cannot stand mustard, and they, like, go chase him with mustard. And
I do remember this.
And he, like...
I do remember this.
Now, he said that there are two things in the world that he hates. I won't say the other one.
Yeah.
One was mustard. He was ready to murder them. Like, he
so-
took the mustard assault as, like
Like
you've
that.
declared war on me, and now you must perish.
I've never heard anyone have a. Now I remember that skit, but like mustard is such an odd one that you don't like.
I think my dad loved it so much and got mad at me that I like wouldn't put it on a hot dog when I'm like, yeah, but ketchup's so good.
You preferred so on a
Yeah.
what is your hot dog? If you're going to have a hot dog at the ballpark, what are you having?
Ketchup.
That's it. No relish, no onion, nothing.
No.
What do you do?
I like a little ketchup and relish. I could do mustard.
You don't do mustard either as
Once
your
in a while,
go-to.
Yeah,
though?
I mean, I like a Dijon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a
You
Great
could maybe a
Poupon.
super sweet
I like a
honey
yellow.
mustard.
I mean,
I might not. Find offensive.
most of the stuff I smoke has yellow mustard as the base.
As the base, right?
I'm not
Yeah,
afraid to
that's what you do.
use mustard, by the way, as a coater.
Yeah, like-
on meats or on pork and
Yeah,
stuff.
it really
I'm
does a
not
nice
afraid
job.
to do that.
Yeah, it's
because
what I
it doesn't.
thought.
That doesn't.
You just
'cause
don't
you
like
get
it
the
as
flavor.
a standalone. You're not for
Yeah,
it.
you don't really get the flavor of it.
Yeah,
when you
my
get that
wife
way.
is big mustard. She hates ketchup.
I like them both. I think they both. In
Yeah.
fact, I like mixing them
They
together.
complement each other quite
I
nicely.
know, that's a real delight. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So no mustard.
Do you remember what Rake Yone also didn't like?
I have not thought
That-
about
I
that
don't
human
think-
in
oh, we
28
don't- well, we
years,
should
and I
go
don't
down
think
that
it.
road.
I don't.
It's ridiculous. I just think that he was ready to kill somebody over being sprayed with mustard.
trying to remember
I don't
what he
like it. If you threw hard-boiled eggs at me, like I think I would fight you.
Well, we're gonna find out in the offseason.
Yeah, this guy. They always messed with this dude.
And that dude had a rage inside.
he
of him.
did. Yeah, he had
Rake Yone.
an anger that was
Yeah.
different.
He
on
was a
different
tall
level.
guy.
Yeah, and long
He
hair.
was. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that was
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Bam that chased him with the mustard, and he was just like
I got news for you.
not happy.
I preferred Viva La Bam to Jackass.
Dude,
The Don Vito guy was unbelievable.
I think Don
His whole
Vito's made-
family.
that whole family.
Phil.
I think all of that maybe
Phil.
didn't age well, but
No,
in the-
I'm pretty sure Don Vito's
not.
got-
Yeah,
I'm
run
not
afoul
sure
of the
who's
law.
still upright.
yeah, there can't be many more left. But remember, he bought
No.
the one house that was like a castle.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Just screwed with that
Yeah,
uncle
Viva
all
La
the
Bam-
time.
I was a Wild Boys guy. I loved Pontius. Steve owned Pontius, and they'd go
Oh.
out there and get in, with like in a lake with like a grizzly bear in it.
Right.
And crazy stuff.
Amazing that
Yeah.
was all
And
it's like
Manny.
25 years ago, man.
Oh, dude, that was
So,
must
Johnny
watch in our
Knoxville.
fraternity house.
They now have a it's Fear Factor.
Right, I saw that
It's
coming
like
back.
it's like the Jackass.
He should be
house.
the host of that.
Yeah.
Those movies, I remember there would be times when I would just watch those movies. Like one night, I'd be like, "I'm going to the basement. I'm watching."
Yeah,
I would hurt from laughing. So
Yeah.
yeah, they had that,
Unbelievable.
yeah, Tom Green was the first one that started doing that stuff.
Yeah.
and then those guys
took it.
came underneath and took it to a whole nother level. But you'll never have that back again because in those, like the whole hidden camera thing, I think that's extinct now.
Yeah, punked.
With phones, like there's
Punked and everything
everyone's
ruined it, yeah.
you can't do that anymore. But for a long time, they got away with it. It's
Oh,
pretty
man.
great, pretty good.
Yeah, great run. Innocence
They really
lost.
did. They really did. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. We'll get you one thought around the National Football League coming up next. We're off and running. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers document services for your Cleveland Browns. They'll tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. Time for one thought around every game in the National Football League in Week 16. Hello, Gibby.
Hi, gentlemen.
How
Welcome
are
to
you?
a Tuesday.
Little Tuesday edition.
It's like a Thursday, essentially.
Good. Dude, Christmas is coming?
Dude, it's crazy that this is happening. This is tomorrow.
Christmas, yeah.
New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve tomorrow?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm pumped, dude.
Yeah.
Buddy the Elf, let's go.
Watched it last night.
With the kids?
Yeah.
Do they
Watched
love it?
Yeah. Yeah. Still do. Still holds up.
Still do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oldest is starting to the great B-Ledge.
starting to be tired of Buddy the Elf?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll come back. He'll come back around. They always come back around.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Malachi Corley last night on the preview show was asked his favorite holiday movie. He said The Polar Express. Pulled that out of nowhere.
Solid.
It's longer than you want it to be.
The end is yeah.
Not going to lie, I find the animation
A little distracting. A little distracting in that one, yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not
It's
one
one
that
that's
I
not
seek
talked
out.
about often, but
There was a time. I think it had its a big moment about 10 years ago, and then I think it started to fade. Other options became available.
Yeah. Klaus is a
thought.
good one, though. Klaus, have you guys checked that out?
Yeah, I think that.
I give a good recommendation on
Yeah.
that. One thought. Hold on. I had something. Maybe it'll come back to me. I'll just interrupt the segment for
That's
it.
fine.
Because it'll be good.
I'll tell you right now. I did Christmas shopping this morning at the big box discount place I always go to, and then the grocery store. I'll tell you right now,
It's a zoo out there, brother.
we're the only ones working.
Yeah.
The whole town's off, brother.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't nobody.
Yeah. I
No
went
one's
and picked
here.
up
No one's-
some final stocking stuffers for the
like
family.
I'd figured the back end of the week, of course, no one would be working.
No.
Not like
People
I thought maybe
people
it was-
are off until 26, dude.
I think you're right. I
No,
think
I
people are
am.
off
I
till
know.
26. That's what I think's going on. I don't. I think
In another world that I sometimes dabble in.
you're
We'll
good.
Talk to you next year.
We'll see you on January 3rd.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
don't
what it
ask
is.
for anything. It's not happening.
It's not
We're
happening.
not here.
No one's doing anything.
Yeah, we're gone. So yeah. Oh, so this is what it was. Elf.
Yeah.
I saw a podcast interview with Will Ferrell, and he was talking about the late great Jimmy Kahn
Oh yeah.
and how a lot of the scenes where Jimmy Kahn looks annoyed with him, he was genuinely annoyed with him. He said he thought it was over the top. He said people used to ask Jimmy Kahn, is Will Ferrell funny? He's like, no, he's not funny. He's awful. He's like, this movie is going to be a disaster.
Really?
Yeah, he was open. He wasn't going to go to the premiere because he's like, this is going to tank so bad. And I don't
that
want
was
to be
awful. He thought
associated.
Will Ferrell was so over the top, and it was just like and most of the time he was pissed. And so Will Ferrell's like, I felt really bad because I really liked him and kind of idolized him, and he thought I was the worst. Like he thought I
Really?
stunk. And so then I kind of leaned into it, and I would try to just be annoying. And so you would see some of that in some of those scenes where he's just genuinely pissed off at me. And then he said they go to the premiere as they're walking out of the theater, and it like kills.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
the audience loves it, and he's like, "You're brilliant." He goes, "I was wrong. You're brilliant." And he's like, "That was so cool."
That's very cool that he like flipped it on that.
He's like, I couldn't see it in the moment apparently, but he's like, this was good.
It all came together.
Yeah.
Two other examples of what you just described. Gene Hackman thought Hoosiers was going to be terrible, and
Heard that.
and revolted against Ron Shelton pretty consistently about the filming. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is ridiculous. Was in a bad mood the whole time, all of it, and then similarly was like, oh, this is actually what a lot of people are going to mostly know me for. If
Yeah.
you're of a certain age. And then the other thing that made me think of all this was you mentioned Jimmy Kahn. He was notorious on the Godfather shoot for just being a relentless practical joker, like nonstop, like screwing with people nonstop on the Godfather set. And so the idea that then that would annoy him all those years later
It's
when
hilarious.
he was the guy doing it in the early
I didn't
70s.
know that.
Well,
Wow.
and then we brought it up on the program. Ted Knight hated Caddyshack.
Yeah,
and
there's
making
another one,
Caddyshack and worked. And then Richard Dreyfuss
Oh,
was
my God, that's right.
incensed with Bill Murray and What About Bob. Wanted to kill him, like murder him.
Isn't that funny too? Because Bill Murray seems like about the most likable guy ever, but the same thing happened on Caddyshack with him and Chevy. Like they didn't get along either.
No, couldn't do only one scene
Yeah.
together.
Right.
Only time they were ever on set together.
Yeah, wild.
Sometimes
All of it's brilliant.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
the
know.
genius of it.
Could be.
You're
I haven't
flying
seen
close
What
to the
About
sun.
Bob in so long. So long.
The Hoffs,
Yeah.
that's Annie's family's favorite.
That's their
movie.
go-to, right? Yeah.
And we live amongst the great Charlie Korsmo.
That's true. Yeah, we do. That's fact.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, one thought from every game, Week 16 in the National Football League. Which one of you wants to take Eagles Commies? We'll split it up here today. Which
Go
one
ahead,
of you
Bo
wants
can have
this
that.
one?
So I didn't watch it. So I have no thoughts on
yeah.
that one.
I think I had Washington as I didn't have it going this way, but I had them being the team that would revert back this year and miss the postseason. It's kind of played out that way. It's interesting. They're going to go into this off. Philly's obviously more than fine. They got Saquon going a little bit in this one, and all of a sudden they're sitting there at 10-5, and everyone was all panicked 2 weeks ago about Philly. They're going to be just fine. But the Washington thing is going to be interesting how they attack this offseason, because obviously now they're going to be picking very high. Get Jaden Daniels back to healthy. He's going to have to change the way he plays a little bit.
Yep.
But this could end up long-term being okay for them if they land these draft picks, because they're going to be able to get blue-chip draft picks next year.
Yeah, I mean,
top of
just
the
too bad
draft.
they- Defensively,
dumped a
they're
bunch
old.
of money into McLaurin.
They did. Yeah. Yep. I hate doing Buckeye on Buckeye crime. Hate to do it.
Hate to do it. Hate to see
do
it. Next, this one's for both of you. Bears 22, Packers 16 in overtime. Zagora.
The Bears right now aren't great, but they win, and they are clutch. Their clutch meter is off charts. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but the fourth down throw Caleb made was outrageous, and the catch that was made by Warren, and then the walk-off to Moore. And there is something reminiscent of, when Steph is in the zone and he just launches it from 40 and he turns around the second it leaves his hand, starts going back because he knows it's going in.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he put his hand into the hand warmers after making that throw
Very
was
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and the crazy thing was he wasn't exceptional for the whole game. He really
hasn't
wasn't.
been.
This stat line's kind of indicative of what the last 8 weeks have been. 19 to 34, 250, a couple of touchdowns. No one's talking about it now, but if Love doesn't go down, is it different?
It's not like Willis played poorly.
No, he didn't.
Boy,
And I
he
like
did
him.
well. He's
I like
come
him.
around.
No, he's been really.
I think he's
a guy to pay attention.
I think
to.
he's a starter next year somewhere.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. The Bears seem like they have a golden horseshoe. Is what it seems like to me. It feels like somehow they win.
The ball's
every
just
week.
bouncing
It
their
just
way.
is.
Totally.
It's a
every
magical
single
year
week.
for them. Yeah.
By the way, if the playoffs were
leads
to
to
start
belief,
today,
Yeah.
wild card, you'd get that part 3.
The playoffs, assuming that these teams can be relatively healthy for what they are, the playoff matchups are awesome right now.
I've got it on
Especially
the
in
next
NFC.
page,
I
actually.
mean, the NFC stuff is crazy.
Yeah,
If
Well, you got that coming up, right?
Yeah.
You got that coming up.
If
yeah.
Kyle can win it this year with what he's dealt with, it would be awesome for him. I love
he'll
Kyle.
be off my hot seat. It'll be great.
It's good.
To
I'm pretty sure he's off your hot seat.
the Sunday early games. For both of you, Bo, we'll start with you. Carolina 23, Tampa Bay 20.
Oh, we both
This
get
is not going well for you, buddy.
No,
Start
here's what's
taking
going
up
to
a
happen.
collection.
Carolina is going to beat the Seattle Seahawks this weekend. Tampa Bay is going to lose to Miami, and the Carolina Panthers are going to win the NFC South. That's it. For the record, I am not giving him straight cash.
Good.
He's not getting that. I'm going to invest it for him, and that'll be something that he can thank me for in 10 years, but I'm not giving him the cash. And so he doesn't know that now, but he's going to find that out here shortly. But I'm losing the bet. There's no way I'm not. It's done. This team
I think I'm going to be quite angry at you if you're my dad doing that.
Well,
I'm going to be honest with
that's
you.
what
I
being
want
a parent's all about.
I
got to
want
tell
you
you,
to lose this bet.
Well,
I like
that's
this team.
nice of you. It's really nice of you. I really appreciate it. Kick my dog while you're here, team player. We made this bet. This bet was made when they were.
I would do no such thing to Buddy Garrity.
When they were 1-3, I think, when this bet was made.
Yeah.
I think they were 1-3 when this happened, and then they won 3 in a row, and then they
You
yo-yoed
should
wins,
be
loss,
mad at
win,
the
loss.
Bucks. That's who you need to be mad at.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there anything more on this one?
I do have something else.
Oh, boy.
Just thought I would share with you guys that with 2 games to go, Tet McMillan has 65 catches, 924 yards, 7 touchdowns, and is averaging 14.2 yards a catch.
Great.
Yeah, he's good.
That's presented without commentary, just facts.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah,
There
he's
you
good.
go. Next, because Bo did the
We need a
Eagles one by
Siciliano
himself.
cam right now. He's having a lot of reactions to my comments.
Zagura, you get this one by yourself.
Who do I get?
Chargers 34, Cowboys 17. One thought.
Man, the Cowboys have really fizzled out. They were fun for a minute. Chargers just relentless. I loved Herbo was just dialed in this game. They got McConkey going. They got a big play from Quentin Johnson, a great one-handed catch. If you saw that, Hampton's back. They're a team that I don't think anybody wants a piece of it come playoff time. They just feel like a very tough out. Physical. They grind it out. They've got the Pro Bowl kicker. They've got a Pro Bowl, edge. And, oh man, Siciliano helped me out. Tui Piloto. I felt pretty good. Close enough. Thank you very much.
That's a win.
Tui Piloto.
Do you mind if I talk about this too? Because I don't think
Please
anybody
do.
needs to talk about New Orleans and the Jets. Is that fair?
I'd like to
Although
talk.
Shuck's pretty good, so maybe that's all I'll say about that. This is Jim Harbaugh. You remember there was an NHL guy named Mike Keenan?
100%.
You remember Mike Keenan?
Rangers.
Coach of the Rangers.
He did
yeah.
Rangers, Blackhawks, bunch of places. You'd hire him. He'd go to the place. They'd win right away.
Yep.
Right away, they'd be better. And they'd be better for a 3 to 5 year period. And then he'd wear people out, and he'd get fired, and he'd go somewhere else, and he'd do it again. And the epitome of this was at the Rangers because he was when they won it in '94 when they won the Cup. I think that's what Harbaugh is. I think Harbaugh is 3 to 5 years. We're better right away. He's done it everywhere. Stanford, San Francisco, Michigan, now there.
Oh, yeah.
They get better right away, and then he wears out, and
It's
you
an
wear out on
intensity.
him.
It's an intensity.
And he's a different dude. He's just kind of a weirdo, and so it just is.
Yeah.
I mean, guy wore cleats to a Super Bowl press conference. His brother's in a suit. I was there. I saw him do it. It's insane.
Yeah.
Just a weirdo, but he can coach.
He can coach.
And I'll tell you what, every week they seem to have some catastrophic injury, and they just keep overcoming them.
We got Marion
It's pretty
Hampton
impressive.
back now.
Yeah, I don't think they we talk about our offensive line. I don't think they have an offensive line.
No.
And yet they
Keep winning.
Cowboys, it feels like that was what they did was almost cruel, given that, after that dynasty, that documentary, how much
I know.
our affection
Jarrah.
for Jarrah, I feel like they really teased him and brought him like, okay, we're going to do this, and then just
The bed.
air out of the balloon.
Yeah.
I like that, like what you did there.
You're
Yep.
welcome.
Saints, Jets. Who wants this one?
Me.
Okay.
They
Go
got a
ahead,
quarterback.
Nathan.
Yeah, Shuck is looking good. He's settling in, playing well. This one, 32 of 49, 308, and a touchdown. Chris Olave, I want to give Chris Olave his flowers. That's the point of why I wanted a little floor here. 10 for 148 and 2 touchdowns. Chris Olave is quietly this year, I think, 6th in receiving yards, 92, 1,044, 8 touchdowns. Quietly having, every year that he's played a full season now, he's been over 1,000 yards, career high in touchdowns. This guy has been, these are difficult conditions.
Yeah.
There isn't anybody
No.
else of consequence there, and he's getting it done. Tip of the cap to him. Ohio State Buckeyes, wide receiver, you.
Yep.
Did you have anything on Shuck, Bo?
I think he's really good, and I think they're gonna draft weapons around him, and they feel
I
pretty
think
good about it.
I think Kellen Moore can coach too.
Yeah, he can, and
Yep.
Shuck's getting better each week.
Yep.
He gets a little better each week.
I think they need to hire Fred Armisen, and after every home game they win, he just comes on and he goes, "Oh shucks."
I think he's available.
G-Man
Portlandia has been off for a
G-Man had
while.
Olave on his bench and still won because there's only 4 people in his fantasy league.
Well, then that's not a league.
I
Jan.
told him to put in Olave. Fact.
No, you did not.
Fact.
Oh boy.
Fact.
Uh-oh.
Olave's a must start.
Oh.
Fact. Good thing you won, G-Man. You can play him this week.
Yep. There you go.
No, you did not. Who did we play instead of him?
Javonte Williams.
No way. PPR? No way I would have said that.
You did.
And don't you have CD or Pickens?
I have both of them.
Yeah, you can't have all the Cowboys, dude. Too many eggs in one basket. The last time somebody did that with fantasy success, it was an old Oakland Raiders team, quarterbacked by Jeff George, wide receiver Tim Brown, running back. Anyone?
I got nothing.
From the University of Washington, I believe.
Oh, Napoleon Kaufman.
Napoleon Kaufman.
Wow. Good
That's right.
pull.
Yep.
Who wants this one? Who wants this pig slop? Vikings 16, Giants 13. By the way, J.J. McCarthy out with like some hand issue.
Yeah, they
He
got
was
big
never
problems
hurt
there.
at any point in his career, right? High school, college? Was he ever hurt?
I mean, he can't even
He's
get
been
on-
hurt.
He can't stay on the
I'm
field.
trying to remember if he got hurt at Michigan. He didn't play it the first year. Maybe there was an injury. Jackson Dart and the New York passing offense.
7 of 13, 33 yards.
13 yards of passing offense
Net.
because he got sacked.
Yeah.
Net, yeah.
Yeah, got sacked 5 times for 20. That's not
This
great.
game, I didn't see a single clip of this game ever.
All right, I'll tell you one clip that I did see. By the way, Justin Jefferson, 6 for 85, best game in 6 months. Brosmer, I think it was a 3rd and 17, threw an absolute dime on the sideline to Jefferson that set up the game-winning field goal and won the game for him. So,
well, thank you for that.
Shout out to Brosmer.
That helped in the scores.
It did. Didn't help for the draft.
Minnesota, while you're sitting at home, watch Sam Darnold play. It's fine. Nothing to see there. Next.
Gibbe, we had a glorious time on MVD. We were treated very well in the Twin Cities.
Titans 26, Kansas City
always treated us well.
9. Who wants this?
I mean, this is just a stunning.
I had this.
You had it 100%, so you get to tap. You had it. Just a stunning. I realize Minshew got hurt, but
yeah, I mean,
there
this
was a
is
lot
just
of I don't care in this.
This is just Kansas City lost Mahomes. They're like, all right, we'll see you next year, boys. See you on down the road.
That'll be great on Christmas. I can't wait to watch him there.
Can we give a little bit of credit to Cam Ward? Cam Ward
has been looking all right.
In his
and they don't
last
have a lot of
1,
weapons.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games has thrown 1 pick. Not a ton of touchdowns. He's only thrown 8, but 8 touchdowns to 1 interception over that period. His last 3 games, he's thrown at least 2 scores in 3 straight, and that's against us, the Niners, and Kansas City. Quarterback rating, he's had his 2 best quarterback ratings the last 2 weeks, 101 and 122. He's playing, it looks like, and by the way, with really nothing around him. You know, Tony Pollard's running well right now and might actually get himself back into the 1,000 yards, which is wild, and he will. He's at 949, so he'll get back to 1,000 yards for the 4th straight year. But Ridley's been on IR the whole year. He doesn't have a real stud receiver. DK's played well, and he's going to go to the Pro Bowl as a returner. But, that's when if you're Tennessee, you're saying, okay, they're going to be picking in a pretty good spot where they can grab Tate or the kid from Tyson from Arizona State.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to get him a weapon, which is why we've got to be
rounding out the early window. Bengals 45, Dolphins 21.
You know what's fun?
What?
Throwing for 309 and 4 scores. That's fun. You know what else is fun? Chase Brown on your fantasy team scoring 3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's fun. Cincinnati had fun.
That was fun.
I thought Quinn Ewers was all right in this one. From what I saw, I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
Like, should give you a little bit. He can throw it down the field. I think he was 20 of 30 in it, 260. Turned it over. But, first start, what was he, a 6th-round pick?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got plenty of arm talent. Like, yeah. It's an odd fit for him because he showed up to the press conference in cowboy boots and Wranglers and true Texas. And I just think of like that. That just seems uncomfortable cruising around South
that's
Florida.
not South Beach.
Yeah.
Is Devon Achane, does he not get enough run in terms of how good he is?
Yeah, I think when you're on bad teams, it's really hard. It's just really hard to get noticed.
Late window. Who wants Falcons 26, Cardinals 19? Anybody?
Some of
Or
these
we
games
moving?
are awful. You can skip this.
I think I'll tell you. I'll go. The Falcons with the right environment, I think, are going to be. Kirk Cousins is playing. It goes back to how just to me insane what they did was with the Penix pick years ago. It was not serious, but I'll tell you what. I think that's going to be an attractive place for somebody to go. I really do. Because Bijan is a beast. Drake London is a beast, and it feels like Kyle Pitts has woken up. And you've got Kyle Pitts is likely going to have a 1,000-yard season this year, which would be the 2nd of his career. He's got 88, 54, and 5 right now with 2 games to go. He's playing really, really well, and they've got some nice centerpieces to work with. There was a time, remember, when he was supposedly available for trade for a 4th, and I was like,
yeah, come on down.
Please. Well, he's not going to be available for that anymore.
I would not have had, in 2 seasons in Arizona, Marvin Harrison combined 1493 and 12 touchdowns. I would not have had that. Like, most people thought he was the surest thing of all of those receivers that came through there, more than Garrett, more than Olave, more than Jackson Smith and Jigba, like size, all of it, route running, all of it. I don't know what happened. It's just not right. But it's been a real struggle bus for him for 2 years there.
I mean, McBride is the guy there.
He had 1 catch for 14 yards. He's got 41 catches on 72 targets.
I bet Michael Wilson outproduced him?
I would think he only has 608 and 4 touchdowns.
Michael Wilson's only really kind of played, and Michael's at 68, 818, and 5.
Yeah, 608. Yeah, it's just not there. I don't know.
Do it.
Strange one.
Next, Jacksonville 34, Broncos 20. Bo.
This is Jacksonville flipped it. They flipped it. They hired the right coach. Trevor Lawrence responds to the coach. They don't even have Travis Hunter, who they gave up obviously to us so much to get. They thought he was going to be a massive weapon. To go to Denver and kind of dominate,
Kind of.
I mean, they really did.
It was a
and it
beating.
was, that's an eye opener. In the words of Buford T. Justice, an attention getter. Yeah, they're not going. That was a
Small market team, just going in there.
Will
And
not go quiet into the night.
the guy had an odd press conference, but they respond to him.
I'm waiting for Trevor Lawrence to get to the podium one day and quote Jesus from Lebowski, Liam and me, we're going to mess you up. Trevor Lawrence is playing like in
What do you think the odds are that he's seen Lebowski?
who?
Lawrence.
I hope not zero.
I think
because that
slim.
would be a demerit.
I think it's slim.
I definitely think he's seen Dazed and Confused because his doppelganger stars in it is Mitch.
He is
Mitch Kramer, the nose touch.
Poor Mitch just couldn't act. Poor kid. Why did they stop?
Odd choice. I mean, you have
So many kids you could choose
powerhouses in there.
everywhere else. Yeah.
Everywhere else.
Yeah.
Affleck.
Oh, they're all over the place.
I mean, everywhere.
Rip's in it.
London. Rip is in it. Yeah.
That's right. McConaughey, let alone.
McConaughey.
The girl, all the
Affleck.
female cast is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just,
It's
I don't know.
heaters everywhere. And they're
Blind
Mitch
spot
Kramer.
with that kid. With
They
Mitch
just were
Kramer.
like, can you touch your nose more per scene
Every
than
time.
anybody who's ever acted before? And he's like,
Every
yeah.
time.
As a matter of
Watch
fact,
me.
I can.
That's it. Poor kid.
It's the most distracting. And a rewatch that distracts me now. It pisses me off.
Next up, Steelers 29, Lions 24. Zagura, one thought.
Speechless in some ways that this team is 9-6. You got to tip your cap to them. Again, I don't think they're in danger of coming out of the AFC, but they win. They win.
They
and
do.
It is incredible. And there was one scene, it was the most, I think I was telling Siciliano, this is the most that I've liked Aaron Rodgers in recent memory. After all the cameras are gone, the cameras on them, he's walking off. I'm pretty sure it was Rodgers, Tomlin, and Cam Hayward. And it was the three of them walking off together.
Yeah.
And Rodgers sees the camera kind of in the distance, look at it, goes, this is the best bleeping coach in the NFL right here.
Yeah.
And then Tomlin's like, this is the best quarterback. And they were like, it was like a wrestling
Like
promo.
bro-
And I was
yeah.
just like, they were broing out. I was like, all right, that was pretty cool.
That's, yeah. I feel sick for Detroit because I think they had a legitimate Super Bowl window here in the last 3 to 4 years, like a true Super Bowl window, and it's not going to amount to anything.
I'm
And
told
they're
you
so
can get,
battered.
It's pretty easy to get a second Super Bowl window, I'm told. So maybe they'll
You're going to have to be
maybe they'll in
creative
that
though when you
second
get that
one.
when you open up that second one.
Yeah.
They had one.
Yeah.
Feels like it's closing. Now they're going to have to try to open a second one.
second
It's
one.
tough. It's tough. What's the barrier to entry on that?
Some would say nothing. Some would say you don't even need to have had a first Super Bowl window to have a
to
second.
open a second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final game in the late window on Sunday, Texans 23, Raiders 21, Bo Bishop.
CJ was bad in this one.
I think they sleptwalked. I think
This
they
was
thought they
a-
just had to show
yeah.
up in the red unis and roll out of bed and they were going to win.
Yeah, they were not great at all in this one. They did just enough. I never even looked up his stats. He ends up 23 of 35, 187. Missed a lot of easy stuff though too. And Nico Collins has been so good for a month and a half, and then did nothing in this. 4 for 59, no scores. Like just brutal from a fantasy perspective. And I think you're right. I think they slept walk through it.
Big Genty game though. By
Yeah,
the way,
I know
great
they're-
job getting the correct helmet.
Correct helmet on that one.
G-Man.
Olave.
He's telling you Olave.
Young Gabriel.
Nope. There's dissension in the ranks.
No, there is
No,
not.
never. Can't
no.
happen. Can't happen.
Squash.
Sunday night foosball. Patriots 28, Ratbirds 24. Zagura, one thought.
I'm shocked that the way that this game ended, the people that were playing, that Lamar was unable to finish this game, that
That they
Derrick
just didn't
Henry
use Derrick
wasn't
Henry in the
used at
fourth
the end
quarter.
of having one of his best games of the year, quite frankly. I feel like, to quote somebody I know is pretty plugged in, according to the deep corners of Reddit, I think the
Deepest.
winds of change
Deepest.
are blowing in Baltimore.
Could be. Is that a wind?
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Hi.
Please.
Hi.
Off the Chesapeake.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Long time, first time.
Yeah.
The tone when you discussed this game Saturday evening, the Ravens lost, which should be the headline, and you should be joyous. Yet it's only bitterness towards your silly fantasy team and Lamar Jackson's production.
Silly.
Let me
bored with this.
Let me again.
Okay, you want to talk
go.
silly?
The headline is
You want to talk silly? What's
Here
the
we go.
Baltimore Ravens lost in prime time. Glory to all that is holy. And you're like, yeah, but my fantasy team lost. Lamar, I need more points. Well, he couldn't play the second half. I get
right.
in the back.
It is the
he
semifinals.
sucks.
This is the semifinals. Silly fantasy team. What again exactly is the name of your non-silly fantasy
Can
team?
I say this on the air?
I don't know. We've said everything else
You probably
today.
know the FCC
Okay,
rules,
but you
Probably
said the
not.
name. You said the name of that show before,
I did.
right?
So
Yeah,
it's
we did, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Jack Blank.
okay.
Clowns.
So it's from Office Space. The confrontation.
Yes, sure.
The confrontation of the parking lot. You bleep clown.
I just don't want to.
You know
don't
talent
disparage my
bleep clown.
Yeah.
So the name of my team
Is that
the
It's the bleep clowns? Yes.
Yeah.
And not silly. I like your team. I root for
I'm
your
rooting
team.
for my fantasy team too, and yours, and I want everyone
you
to be
are not.
happy.
You are
By the
not.
way-
I want everyone
You
to
are
be
not
happy.
rooting for my
But the headline is the Ravens lost.
This would also
Yay.
They
speaking,
could have lost, and he could have stuffed a stat sheet. That's all I'm asking for.
speaking of
I
fantasy,
think you're a Ravens fan.
like how many
No,
people had,
Hanford might be. A
how many
Ravens fan.
people had Travion in their lineups?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Donut
5
ski.
for 3, 1 for 9.
After he busted
After
off
just lightning.
160.
What is
and
he
2.
doing? What is Vrabes doing with him?
It was a big Ramondre game. It
was
was
all
a
back-
big
back to
Ramondre
Ramondre.
game.
I don't know.
And Ramondre running hard. Kyle Brandt
5
was
carries
excited about it.
for Travion. Weird.
Yeah. I think sometimes there's coaches that like Mike Shanahan definitely did this back in the day where he would just gas fantasy owners just for the fun of it.
I mean, Bill would do that with the 2 running back system in New England.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing. Final one, Monday Night Football.
The Ravens lost, and I'm excited about it.
There you go.
Monday Night Football. 49ers 48, Colts 27. Pedro, give us one final thought here. and
Great
let's go
job
to
on the helmet again, G-Man.
Got it up there.
I like those unis, by the way. They don't scream Indianapolis Colts to me.
No, they don't.
But
The Indy Knights.
but they are. There are people. A lot of people. Well,
What happens on a Thursday in Indy when there's no combine?
apparently too much can happen on an Indy night. Okay.
Well, that's true too. Careful.
Right.
Easy.
Brock Purdy,
Easy.
5 touchdowns, looking like Golden Joe. And that is high praise coming from me. The Niners offense, they haven't punted in 2 games. They are firing on all cylinders. McCaffrey's looking great. Kittle's great. Jennings is the Draymond Green, I think, of the NFL right now, is just the number 1 agitator. And if they're good, it's good. And if they're bad, he's just a complete crud.
Yep.
And then I find what Phillip Rivers is doing to be downright
It's awesome.
bonkers.
I was trying to think, like, would this be like a high school, like a high school quarterback going back to quarterback a high school team? Like, is that the equivalent of this? Like, if you were a standout quarterback in high school and you're like in your late 30s and you got plunked down to go quarterback a high school game on a Friday night, is that similar to like a former NFL quarterback 5 years removed
I just think
going to the NFL?
I just think the speed of the NFL is so different.
Of course it is.
I think
but he's
it's-
been at that level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so
but
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
he's
like, from a high school, what is a comparison that you can wrap your head around with this thing for, like, the mortal man?
To me, it's like a guy who hadn't played in the NBA in 5 years coming back and playing like legit starters quality. 5 years, the speed, the athletic. I mean, you watch him, he can't
crazy.
move. He
No.
can't throw the ball, but he somehow can put it. He's on the money with the speed of the game. Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts. Some of the tight
is,
window
yeah.
throws he's making are just absurd.
It's crazy. Crazy to watch. Yeah. Really cool, though.
He's changing plays and protections and moving this guy and that guy and being like, hey, this. And then even the center that he'd spend all the time with gets hurt early in the game. It's like
Yeah.
nuts. By the way, one thing real quick on last night. So they debuted that new hardcore football version of Monday Night Football. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Was it Field Yates and Kuechly
Okay.
and Orlovsky? And so they're like all 22 breaking down the schemes, the strategy.
Yeah.
Kuechly calls the pick 6 before it happens. He sees that the linebacker's going to undercut
Yeah.
it and break on it. I saw clips of it. I didn't watch it exclusively.
Yeah.
I think if I was single I would watch a lot of that because the football knowledge that comes out of it. It's like the
Sure.
best of what you loved about the Manning cast, but just the whole time.
Just all football, yeah.
The whole time.
And Kuechly's a supercomputer, so that's
Yeah, and he was very cool. Buck and Aikman are, I think, right
The best.
now are as
They are
good of a duo as there is, and so
Yeah.
they add something certainly to listening to them. But I think if you were like somebody who wanted to get educated about football or football nerd out a little bit, I think this thing is really, really cool.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. This one's one of the Locust Business Platform, presented by Minuteman, Association with Medical Mutuals. Game Truck. Game Truck makes your event exciting, stress-free success. Amazing entertainment options, parity favors, and certified game coaches deliver excitement to your doorstep. Second hour of the program coming up next. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Score big with Howard Hanna, official real estate partner of your Cleveland Browns, is Northeast Ohio's #1 real estate provider. They're dedicated to helping you make the best move. Visit howardhanna.com/go Browns to explore your winning options today. Time for that Microsoft Minute. It's presented by Microsoft Surface Copilot Plus PC. And for that, we turn it over to Dr. Z.
Browns came up a little bit short in that game. Obviously, didn't want to see that, but good things from the run defense as that game progressed, and you need to see that keep going. But I think obviously there were two big stories in that. Myles Garrett chasing the sack record, got a half sack in this one, just needs one sack. But, man, what a crazy game plan from the Buffalo Bills in terms of it felt like, and we've seen game plans be about Myles Garrett before, but that one felt even more than anything we've seen. All the runs were away from Myles Garrett. All the pass plays were away from Myles Garrett. Sprint outs to the right away from Myles Garrett. So I really want him to get it against the Steelers team, but I think it is going to be very difficult. I know that earlier today we heard that we never want to root for a Ravens win, but there's a part of me that thinks we would like the Ravens to win on Saturday so that the Steelers have to play on Sunday and so that we get a good, fun game. Then, by the way, hold on. You can click in.
Click in.
Thank you for permission, sir. Go ahead.
Click in.
Click in. Click in on the microphone.
Go ahead and click into the Microsoft Minute.
Click into the minute here. Don't you would, if you had to pick one of those teams to win the AFC North, who is it?
Oof. You're asking me to hey, you have your favorite kids. Pick your favorite, or who are the
I
kids
do
you
have my
hate
favorite
the most?
kids. I'd be happy to.
Because that's me. I don't have a good answer for you. Honestly.
Really?
No, that one's painful.
As somebody who's been in the booth with us, don't you feel like in Pittsburgh he's got a little more hate in his heart?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
That is
okay.
fair.
So
that
the
is
Ravens,
fair to say.
So you need the Ravens to win for us to be able to hurt the Steelers.
I don't need anything, but if you are looking at how
up
the
what I'm putting down?
game sets up, no, I got you. Just think about it. If, let's say, the Ravens lose, the Packers win, the Steelers clinch, there is a scenario in which Myles gets 5 sacks of Mason Rudolph, and
Which would be
that's a fun
poetic.
afternoon.
Yes, that would be a fun
right?
afternoon.
There's a scenario in which, let's say, they lose, the Steelers clinch, Tomlin doesn't do anything. No, I'm going to roll. I'm going to try to stay sharp, roll the starters out there. Myles sacks Aaron. He's never sacked Aaron, spoken openly about that all year long, about how badly he wants to do that. Gets the record off Aaron Rodgers, and then Tomlin goes all right, let's get him out of there. And then he runs up the score on Mason Rudolph. Both of those are glorious, right?
Okay, all right.
I'm dreamcasting here,
All
but
right.
I honestly
like
have
it.
no idea.
I feel like this is a scenario you've played out on Madden, which is our record on your
I
record
did not
with us.
bring
We're
my
undefeated
Madden with
on
me
Madden.
this week.
We're undefeated.
Oh,
on Madden.
no, yeah. We have won every single game of the season this year on Friday, often by scores of 50-0.
Yeah.
Just beatdowns.
Yes. Yeah, just beatings. Beatings are handed out. I'll tell you what. Tonight on the Coach's Show, final part of the Microsoft Minute here, Coach Show, interview Rocket Sanders.
Yeah.
Cool kid. Really enjoyed talking to him. Liked the way he ran in that game. Originally, I said because he was in 35, he gave me a little Nigerian nightmare, Christian
Nice.
Okoye. But I thought he ran a little bit like Jamal Lewis, like body style, the way that it looked. Now, he doesn't have Jamal Lewis's breakaway speed, one of the great running backs, and certainly a guy who was good not only with the Browns, but unfortunately also against the Browns with the Baltimore Ravens for quite some time. But then, I like this kid. So I'm excited to see over the final couple of weeks what he can do, because there's a world in which the Browns can easily go forward in the future with Quinshon Dillon Sampson and Rocket Sanders, and you've got 3 running backs on rookie deals for the next 3 years. Now, Rocket would be a restricted free agent after year number 3, being an undrafted free agent, but you basically could have a very low-cost, very productive young running back room, which would be good. So I'm excited to see for him over these next couple of games what that looks like.
Very good job out of you. We'll take a look at the NFL playoff picture with 2 weeks to go. That's coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Fill your game day cooler with the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, smooth, real brewed tea, 5% kick of alcohol. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea, keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. Time for this week's edition of Can Dr. Z Guess the Scores?
So we know the half point is just a lock city. So we're going for the quest right here. I think 6 out of 16's a win, but 6 and 10 doesn't feel like a win. So I'll try to get. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think I can do it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give you my best.
And I would say this. I'm going to say this in your defense.
Thank you.
Your pre-defense before we've even commenced. This is harder now than it was a month ago.
Yes.
Like even in the half point, because you don't know who's playing, you don't know give a damn of teams.
No, this is,
and they're back to some whole numbers. Like there was a while where it was like a system.
Yeah, it was a
where
system.
You could like September, October, it was kind of in lockstep. It's been nuts since Thanksgiving.
Well, didn't stop us.
Didn't. No. Well, it's because we're big bees. All right, you ready?
No.
Losers talk about doing their best. Winners go home and.
Jeez.
With the
what is that, Gibbe? How does that go?
How's that end, Gibbe?
That's right. The Rock, baby.
All right, Christmas Day. We've got Cowboys at Commies. Cowboys at Commies on Netflix. Ian Eagle, Nate Burleson, Matt Ryan, Sarah Walsh, Melanie Collins. When these streamers go, they just go, let's just put 12 people up.
So last year, do you remember, they put like 40 headshots
What are we doing?
And I remember Ian walking in, and we're like, which part of this do you, he goes, I don't know.
Why?
Wherever they tell me.
Pro. Why would you need Nate and Matt Ryan on this?
I mean,
one. Pick one.
This is a nightmare scenario for the NFL. You have one playoff team here. You do not have a single game that does not feature a team's third quarterback.
The other thing is because it's in a portal, it's not on like YouTube TV or like where you normally get it. You're going to have to go seek it out. I think you're not going to be bouncing around watching Christmas movies like, oh, there's an NFL game. Let's go.
Like if I'm the NBA, not that I've paid much attention to the association yet, because I will when season's over. I mean, you got to be going hard. You got to be salvaged. This is a disaster.
Here's your chance. Here's your chance.
Yeah. Who's the quarterback of the Commanders?
A kid who was at South Dakota State, I think.
Cowboys minus a touchdown. Cowboys minus 7.
Got it exactly.
Joke.
Got it. Exactly.
Okay. All right. That's one.
All right. Leo's at Vikings. Leo's.
This would be the one that I'd actually watch, at least.
Well, this is Brosmer's in this one.
Lions.
This is a Noah Eagle, Drew Brees, A.J. Ross, and Diana Rossini.
These feel like
Eagles. The Eagles. But one's got one, one's got the other.
These feel like these need to be whole numbers to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Lions minus 7.
Lions minus 7.5. All right. And finally, on Prime, Al, Kirk, and Kaylee on Broncos at Chiefs. Broncos at Chiefs.
Denver minus 14.
Oh, my God. The old way you get it. You'd be 3-0 old way. It's 13.5.
See, in games like that, they should just do whole numbers for fun.
Just for the fun of it. Yeah. All right, here's your Saturday slate because God knows we need Saturday. Texans at Chargers on the NFL
These
Network.
Are good games.
Yeah, this is a good one. Rich, Kurt Warner, Jamie Erdahl, and Megan Olivi.
Now that this is a real game, I'm going to go off
Chargers.
the whole numbers, and it's going to hurt me. Watch, but I'm going to do it anyway. Chargers minus 2.5.
Got it, exactly.
Let's go. All right, 2-2.
You're cruising now. This one is
Gabriel.
This is a Peacock contest. Ravens at Packers. This is a Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, Catherine Tappan.
Noah Eagle's getting some
Noah Eagle's
airtime.
getting some work, man. Getting some work.
The Ravens are continually, I think, misspread. So it worked in the last one. I'm going to go with it again. Packers minus 2.5.
Got it exactly.
Okay.
3-2.
Okay.
That
I'm
is
feeling
a
pretty
great
good right
Griswold hockey jersey.
Oh, love it. The Blackhawks?
That is very good.
Yeah.
I have not seen one of those in the wild in an awful long time that just walked by this fine radio studio. Cards at Bengals on Sunday. Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnson, Allison Williams on the call on Fox. Cards at Bengals.
Bengals minus 6.5.
7. You'd be on an all-time heater the old way. You'd be 6-0.
Yeah.
You haven't missed one by more than a half. Steelers at Browns. Steelers at Browns.
I don't think this one makes much sense, but I think I've seen it. Jim Nance, Tony Romo.
Yeah, that's right.
Tracy Wolfson on the call. Steelers minus 3.5.
Nailed it.
All right, can I get 3 out of the last.
By the
nine.
way, this is how crazy this whole TV thing is. With,
But how-
with
hold on,
everybody. Like Nance, Romo, Wolfson are calling this one.
Yep.
The number 2 team, which is Ian and J.J. Watt,
Yeah.
have Carolina, Seattle.
Jeez.
That's right.
Like Jim's call, right?
They're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Saints at Titans. Andrew Catalan.
Just wanted to screw up his
Charles
momentum.
Davis, Jason McCourty.
Yeah, that was
AJ
like
Ross.
that was like a ice in the kicker timeout
darn
from
right.
Gibbe right there.
Call timeout.
Saints at Titans.
Titans been playing pretty well. So have the Saints. I'm gonna go Saints minus 1.5.
And it worked.
Saints minus 2.5. That's the first one you would have got wrong the old way. You're still 4-4.
Okay.
You're humming.
Man, so disappointed in you.
Jaguars at Colts with a Joe Davis, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver on the call.
Jags
Jaguars at Colts.
Jags minus 7.
Jags minus 6.5.
Now it's avalanching.
He's so mean.
Bucks at Dolphins. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Jen Hale. Bucks at Dolphins. Bucks at Dolphins. Baker versus Quinn Ewers.
Bucks minus 3.5.
Bucks minus 5.5. Dolphins are going to win that. Patriots at Jets. Adam Amin, Drew Brees, and Christina Pink on the call. Drew Brees getting 2 games this week, too.
Patriots minus 14.
Minus 13.5.
And a half.
Old way, you would have nailed that.
I feel like I need to be going to the halves. I feel like I
think
started
that's a
off with the
sound-
whole numbers and it was working, and now it's not.
Seahawks at Panthers. Iron Eagle, JJ. The Eagles, man. It's doubling up. Seahawks at Panthers.
Good. I don't want to ruin him now.
What, Gibbe?
Ian was telling me he's got the Thursday game. Friday night he's got NBA game with 76ers on Peacock. Or, no, it's Amazon Friday night.
Okay.
Saturday he's got to fly to Carolina, do a game. And then Monday he's got something with college or...
Jeez.
Yeah, he's got 4 games in like 5 days.
Jeez.
Seahawks minus 3.5.
Perfect. Worked for me.
Seahawks minus 7.5.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a surprise?
I don't
To me it
understand
is.
that
To me, it
number.
very much is.
7.5
7.5 for a Carolina team playing for a lot.
at home.
Yeah, they beat the Rams there a couple weeks ago in Carolina. All right, afternoon
Seattle
slate.
barely beat the Colts.
That's right. Giants at Raiders. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins. Giants at Raiders. Boy, this is Gibbe's inmate game of the week. Giants at Raiders. Somebody's got to win.
Raiders minus 2.5.
Raiders minus 1.5.
Wheels are just falling off.
Some would say. Yes.
I am saying.
Yes. Siciliano doesn't need to click in to hear that. Booming. I like that. Click in. Click in.
Click in too. Click in.
That one doesn't have a clicker though, so
What
it
is
doesn't
that
work
from?
as well. I don't know.
Will you? It's kind of like engage. Will you engage?
Well, I was
Like,
thinking because
but-
yours,
no.
you would have to click your mic.
Click
on.
in, but like I feel like that's something in a movie. There's some
There's
point of
tapping.
reference
I
to
know.
that.
Tag in.
Tag in. Tap. Yeah, I like it. Eagles.
I don't
at
like what's
Bills.
going on right now.
By
I
the
have-
way, just 2 late games Sunday.
Yeah, gross.
Just 2. That's awful.
Well, at least one
Eagles
of them's
at
good.
Bills. Eagles at Bills.
Well, listen, one of them's a good game, and one has, for this market, monstrous implications.
It's just weird. They only have the 2 games there.
Are we, Siciliano?
Eagles at Bills. Click in.
Click in.
Hi.
Are we hoping for the Giants to win this because then we believe the Raiders can beat a quitting Chiefs team in weeks 18?
I'm not. You can root for whomever you want, but
No,
I'll tell
speak for the
you-
organization.
No. I'm being honest. It doesn't matter who wins. In all, like we are
But
jumping
don't you-
to 2 after that game.
But how do we get to 1?
You get to 1 by having one of those teams
Win
then
and win, and then they
win
have to win
again in
again.
week 18, and that is.
So you're
if
saying
the
whoever
Browns
wins
were
in
to
week
lose.
17 is irrelevant?
I don't think it necessarily matters unless you look ahead to week 18 and say the Giants have a better chance of beating the Cowboys or the Raiders have a better chance of beating the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think the Raiders have a better chance of beating
I
the
agree.
Chiefs.
And I would.
So
say
then
the
we
same.
need.
So we want the Giants to
See,
win.
we
this.
want
you'd
the
want the
Giants
Giants to win.
Giants to win this week. Raiders win next week.
Correct.
provided
Here's
we
the other
don't
thing, folks.
Handle our business.
It would also necessitate
Correct. I said
Sadness
if,
here.
if you
That's
were.
what I said.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't take care of
Right.
business.
We don't care. Right.
Hey,
we don't take care of
by the
business.
way, the Browns have won 3 in a row over the Steelers at Huntington Bank Field, and Kevin Stefanski is 4-1 against the Steelers at Huntington
back.
Bank Field.
He's back.
No big deal.
He's back.
We win in snow. We win
back.
in sun.
People were wondering if he would be back. He's back.
He's back. By the
He's
way, it was against the Steelers, if I'm not mistaken, when Baker ran to the right, slid, and the Browns were going back to the playoffs. And Jim
That's right.
said the only thing missing is all of you.
Is all of you. All-timer.
Yeah.
Eagles at Bills.
Eagles at Bills. Bills minus 2.5.
Bills minus 1.5.
Okay, they're going nuts with 1.5s.
It's a lot of them. They're all basically pick'ems. It's a shame they do that.
Just call it pick 'em.
Sunday Night Football, Bears at Niners. Bears at Niners on Sunday Night Football. That's pretty good.
Gibby, what are you going to say when we do the scores for this one? Come on, G-Man. Gabriel, what's he going to say?
Sunday Night Football. I'm definitely going to be waiting up all night for this one. Bears, Niners.
Yes! Hewing. All right. It's so good.
Young Gabriel at the ready. He's at the ready.
Gibby didn't even know what. Gibby didn't even know
Oh,
how
no,
to
I
be Gibby.
listened on Friday.
He
I
didn't
was
even-
well aware of
Well,
what
He didn't even know how to Gibby. Be his own
Look,
self.
if he's doing an impression, it's the highest form of flattery.
Absolutely.
Because only the greatest people get impressions.
Are even
from
worthy
G-Man,
of
or
being
worthy of it.
impersonated. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Only the greatest people to ever walk the earth. Go ahead.
Well, maybe not in all cases.
Well, can't say they're not in their eyes.
Well, that's a fact. Niners. See, now you got me all flummoxed. I'm going to throw a 1.5 out there, and this one's going to be a 2.5 or a 3.5. This should be a 2.5 or a 3.5. I'm sticking with it. Niners minus 3.5.
3. All right. Finally, Monday Night Football. Ram it at Falcons. Ram it at Falcons.
Rams minus 10.
Rams minus 7.5. You were 4-4 and humming.
To heck with it.
By the
Man,
way, my
humming.
stall technique worked perfectly.
Yeah, you blew it, Gibby.
I
blew it,
I
boy.
thrived.
You blew it, boy. You ruined it for me.
Yep.
All right. We got our fantasy minute. What do we got to do?
You should
here?
do. You should.
You tell
do-
me where to go, Doctor.
We should do fantasy with Mr. Siciliano.
He's going to click in?
Yeah.
All right. You have that to look forward to.
Click in.
Nice. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Elk & Elk Serious Lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free case for you. Elk & Elk's proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time now for the Fantasy Minute. Presented by Scaleco. Scaleco Capital, proud private equity partner of your Cleveland Browns. The great Siciliano has clicked in, and he's now on camera with us. It's good to see you. Championship week.
Yeah, it is. And so what we're going to focus on, because we're a little early here in the week, is your waiver wire. Guys that maybe you could pick up and play this week if they are available somehow in your leagues. I'll start with a couple of quarterbacks. Tyler Shuck. He's been really good at fantasy football. Week 17, he gets the Titans defense. That should be a good one. Think about what Shador did against Titans. Think about what some quarterbacks have done against them. I like him there. From a defensive standpoint, I like the Patriots. I think we were laying this out for you for weeks. I told you the Saints last week.
Yep.
Guess who they played? The Jets. Guess how that went for them? Really good. In my league, it was 22 points. Guess who the Patriots play this week? The Jets. So I think you want to go ahead and pick them up. That would be the big streamer that I would pick up at the defensive position. Colston Loveland, obviously, you got to keep rolling with him. If Harold Fannon's available in leagues, which he is, get him. Troy Franklin has started to make some big plays for Bo Nix. He's somebody. And then Ramondre's on a ton of waiver wires, and what you saw last week is he's going to get the rock. Give him a look as well. But those would be some of the people that I would be looking to pick up this week. Pollard, Tajay Spears had 18 touches over 100 yards last week. And they have, the Saints, that should be a game where they are going to be able to run the ball, possess the football a little bit. So that's where I'm looking from a waiver standpoint. And then from us, if Dylan Sampson's back in a PPR, I like him. If it's a standard league and you need to, you need to take somebody on our team to try to get into the end zone on the ground, Rocket Sanders is going to be kind of a touchdown boomer bust guy, but I think he'll be kind of the main runner. Even if Sampson's back, he'd be the main guy, but I think he'd skew more towards what Travion Williams was doing, and then you'd have Sanders be kind of that bell cow guy. Chris Rodriguez, by the way, I think is another one. Washington, he's getting the rock. Dallas, we don't know what their care level is going to be at this point, so he's somebody that I would look at picking up as well.
It's so wild when you're to this point and you're playing for that championship and you're trying. And there's the crazy thing is you're basically, it's just like a regular NFL team. Like it's survive in advance. You're having to plug and play guys all over the place. Like guys you drafted, you're cutting. Like it's just a crazy time of the year.
I will never forget the year. I believe was 2003.
Yep.
And I won. This is in my early fantasy football career. I won a playoff game that allowed me to win the league because of Sean Bryson. I picked him up, and against Kansas City in Week 14, Sean Bryson went 18-105 and a touchdown. This was a guy that was a non-contributor really the most of the time. I just Googled because I will never forget that. But Sean Bryson helped win me a fantasy football league.
What about, and I got to Google this as well, what about the year?
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually had it wrong. It was 2001. He goes in the semifinals, 16, 130, and 2. And in the finals, 20. He has 107 and a touchdown, Sean Bryson.
2004.
Okay.
Magical year. When in weeks 14 and 15,
okay,
Billy Volek of the Tennessee Titans came off the bench to throw for over 900 yards in 2 games and 8 touchdowns, running the Clowns to a championship and leading my buddy Andrew Franklin to get so angry that he quit fantasy football and left the league.
That was it.
That was it. He was out. He was out of the contest.
It is 2004, and do you remember who, anyone here, you probably know the answer, who he threw the ball to predominantly in that run, who had a 3-game stretch that won every fantasy football league that the guy was on?
Was it Drew Bennett?
Indeed it was.
Yes.
This is his playoff run that year, fantasy playoffs. 3 for 124 and 3 touchdowns. 12 for 233 and 3 touchdowns. 13 for 160 and 2 touchdowns. You said Volek threw 8?
Mm-hmm.
All to Drew Bennett.
All to Drew Bennett.
Former UCLA quarterback Drew Bennett turned wide receiver in the NFL.
Drew Bennett that year goes on to finish that season, 2004, with 80 catches for 1,247 yards and 11 touchdowns. He would never sniff 750 again in a season or have more than 4 touchdowns in a season.
At
he
the
had 8
Raiders,
in 3 games.
At the Raiders, Week 15, Billy Volek went 40 of 60. 40 of 60 with 4 touchdowns and 492.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's those are the guys. Those are the fantasy legends. Could Chris Rodriguez be that legend this year?
Certainly in play.
You can't say it isn't.
No, not at all. I am a buddy of mine who a little bit of schadenfreude with. Like, I don't want him winning this league. So I lost in the semifinals. I don't want him to win it. So I am now loading up the waiver wire pick. Like, I don't care about the third place game. It's a little bit it doesn't matter to me, but whatever. But like, I am going to block him
on the waiver wire
just out of spite.
Wow.
So that's what we call dirty pool. And in our league, you would not have the ability to pick up anybody until the people playing the championship game.
That's a proper league. That's probably the right way to do it.
Yeah, did their full allotment.
Well, he's the commissioner of the league too.
Yeah, well, that's a rule he should institute. The people playing the championship game, they get to do whatever they want on the waiver wire.
Yeah,
then it goes to your game, and then it goes to the next game, and so on. So you can't have.
I'm going to block him.
Tomfoolery. I like it.
I respect your.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. By the way, didn't you say he threw for 400 and how many yards that game? 490.
492. 40 60, 490. They lost, by the way.
He also would never throw for 490 yards in a season after that year.
Oh yeah,
that's something. When you look around, like you think about some of the games you guys have called and think about some of the players who have been in these games, like there's times that we're doing the show and you're like, oh yeah, remember this guy quarterback? I'm like, no, I don't. I have no recollection of him quarterbacking. And we're doing this show.
Yeah.
Like it happens. Like you're ending up these people whose names I've never heard of. I do college football a lot. There's kids starting quarterback this weekend. I don't recollect their college careers at all.
Yeah. It's also probably hard with everybody transferring here, there, and everywhere to like.
It is, but you would
keep track
think
of
that
who
like
they were.
you would know. Like this cat who's starting for the Giants, or I'm sorry, Washington. I never heard of this guy.
Wait, no, I thought it was going to be Josh Johnson. No,
I think it's the other guy.
Well-traveled.
Yeah, I think it's. They also
maybe it is him.
They also
maybe
signed Browns 2023 Week 18 legend Jeff Driscoll as well.
Driscoll's
he's in the building.
Crazy man.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this cat.
I every now and then I go down an arena football league rabbit hole. I did those games 20 some years ago, and when we're looking at next year's schedule, right? When was the last time I was in Nashville? Oh, I did a Nashville Cats arena game in like 04. I looked at the box score and you're like, wow, look at these names.
Why did that? Because there was that had a moment.
The AFL?
Yeah, it had a moment. They were packing those arenas. There was one in Columbus. I remember
games on NBC every week.
Games on NBC every week. There was an audience for it. There was a popularity. Did they just get? Was it too big, too quick?
Honestly, I think it was a shell game for NFL owners and a giant tax write-off.
Oh, really?
They were paying to get on NBC.
Oh, okay.
It was a time buy on NBC. They did have deals with FSN to have all these games regionally done as well. They got good attendance.
Oh yeah,
they really did.
Yeah.
I don't know how much revenue was actually flowing in.
Is that when like back then when Bon Jovi was involved?
John Bon Jovi was owning and running the team in Philadelphia, Elway, like all these NFL owners. Jerry Jones owned the Dallas team. So on and so forth.
I like that. Smart. It's kind of what they're doing in Landman. A lot of different companies for tax purposes.
When they blow through that stuff and they're just like, let's just talk really fast, say a bunch of terms, and the audience will just be like, well, they must be right.
Yeah.
But there's some really good stories, too. Like David Baker would go on to run the Hall of Fame, and Will McClay, who's the GM, if you will, the personnel guy with the Cowboys, who kind of does, he's the actual personnel head. He was the head coach of the Dallas Desperados there. There are all these guys that moved over.
Dallas Desperados.
Yeah. Matt Nagy, quarterback.
Yeah.
And a good one in the AFL.
Yeah, the Barnstormers, Iowa Barnstormers.
Kurt Warner.
The great goggles on
the goggles.
Yeah. David Baker, I ran into him at the hall.
Are you okay?
I did.
I was going to say he'd probably knock you down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea the size. And then I did not know that Sam was his son.
Yes.
Who was a standout at USC, was a massive recruit when they signed him, that Sam Baker was his son. I did not realize that part of it.
Yeah.
But I used to, when we first moved up here, like we had the passes to the hall all the time. The boys loved it. Run around through there and play on the field, so forth, so on. And I ran into him, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you were doing this.
Some of my favorite photos are me interviewing David Baker.
What would you say, like a legitimate 6'8"?
He's a legitimate 6'9", 415.
Yeah, I was going to say 400.
I mean, like Andre
Yeah.
the Giant
Yeah.
level size.
He
Yeah,
is
I
a
would say, yeah.
giant human being.
And the nicest.
He
very little
couldn't
interaction, but could
be
not
nicer.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of us on the field actually in Canton, pregame of the Hall of Fame game one year, where I am on a box for television, and one of our camera guys shot it from down low with me holding it up to stand on top. It's a great picture.
That's great.
It's fantastic.
It's great. How you doing, buddy?
Good, guys.
Gonna go see
Hi.
get to see some fam for the holiday here?
Saw fam last night. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. Good to be here. Going to go to the Cavs game tonight, I think.
It's not been going particularly well for them.
They won last night,
no,
back to
they-
back
yeah.
home. Yeah, why not?
I am on a non-football sports vacation right now.
Same.
Like I just don't think I can take anything else in. The amount of college football and NFL football that's
yeah.
every day it feels like I'm not even really locked in on any of the
I don't know how. And for the record, what we do working in the toy shop of the industry is we are very fortunate. I'm grateful to have my job. But
Yes.
what you do every day, obviously you're in a football town.
Yeah.
But to have some working knowledge of the other things, I used to have to do that every day.
Yeah.
I am so happy that I no longer have to do that every day.
Yeah, I just as a general rule of thumb, if I don't know about it, I don't talk it. So I just steer away from it. Like I'm not gonna. You're not gonna see me doing like 7 minutes on the Blue Jackets.
Now break down the
I'm
power
not-
play last
no,
night.
I'll pay attention to it. Like they had
Was
a nice
it or
win
was it not icing?
They had a win
Yeah.
against the Kings, so I saw that. But like I'll
Good
get
win.
into that in February.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm
Yeah.
not.
And I wish
There's only so much brain space.
Wish I could have done that. I'm with you. I don't have the brain space,
no
but
way.
when you like doing syndicated radio back in the day, again, first world problem. You have to watch sports. Blah, yeah, I get it. But like to go on the air, oh yeah, like man, this NBA Cup, woohoo!
Right.
I couldn't do that.
There's no way.
I couldn't do that at all.
I don't know. It's interesting to see. Like it feels
used
like
to.
It feels like everything is so football centric now.
Totally.
That you almost don't. I don't know how much you need to.
Yeah.
I think if you just do the football primarily, then you're gonna have to do some stuff when it crosses over. But quite honestly,
So-
if you just follow the ratings on it, the other stuff really doesn't.
No.
guys-
Luca goes between Good Morning Football and then Sports Center, where they have two guys who
great.
are trying to do like
They're doing a lounge bit. Yeah.
yeah, and they're not like
They're fine.
DP and Olbermann or
Yeah.
back in the day when it was like pure joy and glorious. But they're not. They're entertaining enough.
Sure.
So that's where I get whatever. Like I know Wembanyama's doing
2 minutes,
good
2
things.
minutes.
I'm like, okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Gibbe mentioned Ian Eagle before. I am in awe of a guy like Ian or Dave Pash or even Kevin
Oh, yeah,
Harlan.
they're
I was
going
listening to Harlan
hoops
last
to
night doing the Monday
football.
night game
Yeah,
in the
it's
car. To be able to speak, Nance is coming to town this week, to be able to speak the different languages fluently
Yeah.
and not have, like somebody from out of the country comes to visit. They might speak perfect English, but there are those little tells that they're
Yeah.
not from here, right? Nance and Ian and Pash, Tarico, those guys are able to go from sport to sport to sport, night by night by night, and speak those languages fluently. That
They're
is
machines.
an entirely different level.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
machines.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. They really are. All right. So we will see. You're traveling, and then you and I are doing
I'm going to
this
bounce
tomorrow.
out for Christmas
Yeah.
for the day. Be back Saturday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And you and I will be here
Noon tomorrow.
noon tomorrow.
Special time.
Noon to 2. Special edition.
And
of the
then
program.
That's
tonight.
right. We should tell. Yeah, on the stream. It's
Got a
not the
nooner
tape
tomorrow.
show. It is noon to
nooner.
2.
Noon to 2. Tonight, though, 7 o'clock. Santa's coming to town.
Let's go.
Kevin Stefanski show. Kevin Stefanski, Rocket Sanders, me,
Where are you
Gerard
live?
Jerry.
Are you live somewhere?
Live from in front of my fireplace.
Nice.
Maybe a Christmas story on in
It'll
the
be great.
background.
At 6:50, I'll be screaming at him to connect and test.
Will you please? I don't miss that.
No.
Me being connected, him going, "Where's Zagura?" Trying to get you.
Hold on. Last week, Meredith said I tried to connect at like 6:45 and she wasn't ready for me.
She wasn't ready.
Tonight, though, by the fire
Bless
with a
you.
cocktail.
Thank you for doing that.
No, not a cocktail. Nope, can't do that. Not allowed.
Add more
Frowned
fun
upon.
to your fandom, by the way, with the Bally Bet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You release your first wager of 10 or more. Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. We are back tomorrow at noon. Safe travels, buddy.
Merry New Year.
Yes.
Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.